Hi, good afternoon. Well, actually, still morning. A little confession to make, and I need to get rid of our last slide here. Yeah, I messed up the time somehow, and I thought that we were going live at 9. So, yeah, no, here we are. I'm not sure who's with us so far. Hello, Sagar. Welcome to you. Hello, hello. Let's see, how are you doing today? How's everybody feeling? If you are celebrating Christmas, are you nearly finished with all of your preparations? What can you tell me? Curious to hear how you're doing today. And yeah, and then we'll pop into our quiz. Our quiz today, the topic is privacy. And yeah, so I think I am very soon, I think I'm going to take a break next week. I have a live stream with Mike. Hello, Lorena, dear. Welcome, sweetie. I have a mic on Monday. I will advertise that on Instagram. We're going to do once a month, we're going to do current events together. So things that are happening in the news. And so we thought that we would do a year-end review and start doing that once a month on YouTube. My lighting is really weird, huh? Let me see if I can kind of get that. Yeah, that looks better, right? It's less of like a ghost. There's like a ghost hanging out over here. I don't know. Yeah, I have to figure that out. Anyway, hello everyone. I hope that you're well. Let's pop into our first question for today. Our topic, like you already know, is privacy this week. So here is our first question. Free apps are how many times more likely to track user data than paid apps? Okay, so all of these apps that we get for free, how much more likely are they to track your data than ones that you actually pay for? So the ones that you don't pay for, like YouTube, well, is that an app? Yes, that's an app. Or it's a website. I don't know. It's an app. I don't know. Help me. I guess it's an app. Yeah, it's an app. But yeah, so YouTube, Facebook, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me what free apps you have. I'm curious to hear. So what do you think is the answer? 2 times more likely, 3 times more likely, or 4 times more likely? How much more likely are they to go ahead and track what you are doing online? Let's see. So let me pull this up really quickly. Sorry. Oop. And getting to our quiz, it always bumps me down. Okay, so Lorena, you're going with 3 times more likely. And the answer is actually 4 times more likely. So they are 4 times more likely to take your information and to track it. What free apps do you have? So I have like Instagram. I have that's free, which I would love to pay for it and have it work properly, to be quite honest. Yeah, as a content creator, because yeah, their content creating editing skills or tools are really bad. So I would love to pay and have a service that actually works. In fact, today I just canceled. I pay for my little blue check because I always thought that that would make it so that I would have better help when these errors pop up, but it doesn't. So I'm not paying anymore for it. So as of January, I will be demoted. So not promoted, I will be demoted and I will lose my blue check. Whatever. I will have $16.99 more on my bank account, and I'm more excited about that. So free apps like games. I play this game where you can take colors and move it from one side to the next. That I have for free. I'm sure they're tracking me big time on that one. I don't know. I'm trying to see what other free apps I have. I don't know. Whatever free apps you have, you can always leave in the comments. For those of you who are watching the replay of this, you can let me know which free apps you think are checking you. They are 4 times more likely to see what you're doing and track what you're doing than the ones you pay for. Fair enough, actually. Nothing in life is free. Which of the following devices track your consumption? So a device is like an electronic in this case, yeah? So a tablet's a device, a washing machine, a dishwasher, anything you can plug in and do stuff like that with, that can do things for you. So do you think your electric toothbrush, it tracks your consumption, like how much you use and how you use it and the way you use it? Do you think it's an air fryer, or do you think it's smart speakers? Which one of these devices, which all of them would be very weird in my opinion, to track your information, but which one of these do you think tracks your information? What can you tell me? Hey, Alessio, dear, welcome. Welcome. Up, and I need to let somebody in, so I will be right back. As you know, with one of these things, you can read the question. I'll be right there. Hey, Toko, darling, you've just come back, made it. Yay. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to go answer the door, and you all can like talk with each other. I'll be right back. Sorry. Hello. Hello? Hi. Hello again. Okay, so C, smart speakers. Okay, what else do you think? So devices, we said, like a washing machine, a dryer, things like that. I think I have my door shut. Okay, good. Those are devices. Also like electric toothbrushes, air fryers, smartphones. So hey, Toko, you're going with A, electric toothbrushes, smartphones. Okay, so the answer is actually, in this case, the air fryer. If you have a smart air fryer, it tracks the way you use it. Yeah, Alessio, you're right. I don't have an air fryer, but I find it really strange that a company would track my usage of it and other information. But we live in the 21st century. It's a little strange, I think. Does anybody have an air fryer? Because a lot of people love them. And I don't know. I've never tried one. I don't have one. I don't know. So what they say here is that some smart toothbrushes will track your information. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. 'Tis the season for the doorbell to ring. I'm sorry. Can you get it, please? Danke. Danke. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So we'll see. All right. Moving on. Maybe not. So other things, I thought this was kind of interesting. Smart speakers. So if you have smart speakers that are hooked up to some sort of Bluetooth thing, then they can record your conversations. Smart TVs, they track your viewing habits and your app usage. Smart thermostats, a thermostat, I'll write it in the comments here, but the thermostat is what you use to control the heat and the cool air. That's a thermostat. Okay, thermostat. So those can also, if they are smart and hooked up to electronics, they can track your temperature preferences and how many people are in your home. That's scary. Smart appliances like refrigerators and washing machines, they can gather how much energy you use. Robot vacuums, they have a censored layout of your home, which I thought was kind of crazy. And they sometimes share this information with third parties. Security cameras and doorbells, they record footage and audio from your property. And they could share it with third parties, like maybe even law enforcement. I guess in that case, that's good. You would want to know who was coming and going on your property. And yeah, smart devices, with watches and all of that, that tracks your body metrics, workouts, and schedules. So lots of things out there tracking what we're doing, not just the apps that we have on the internet that we use on like a daily basis, things sometimes that we might not even really recognize as these things are tracking our information. All right, so let's move on to number 3. Let's see where we're going. Let's see. So how many distinct data points does Instagram collect about us? Okay. And like a data point are things like, maybe you can even tell me if you want to practice. I think some of you are working today and just listening and don't have time to really communicate. No problem. Then I will do more talking today. But data points are things like, your age, your name, where you live, your gender, things like that. So, and there are many data points that that different apps can collect. So what do you think that how many do you think that Instagram collects on you? What can you tell me? Do you think it's 40, 30, or 20? Yeah. So I guess 40. Okay, so you're going with 40. All right. Anybody else want to have a guess? I don't know who's all here that can actually participate. All right. So Cigar, you're going with C, and Lorena's going with C, 2020. Okay. So the actual number is 40. And I Googled this because I was curious. So YouTube and TikTok collect between 15 and 20 data points. Facebook between 18 and 20, but it seems that they share what they learn on YouTube with Facebook. So 40 data points. For example, some data points can be, so your personal information, like I said, name, age, gender, location, email, phone number. It can be your IP address, the type of device you're using, if you're using a smartphone or a computer or a tablet, your operating system, your browser type, your geolocation, your browsing history. Can you imagine? Your search history, your clicking patterns, how long it takes for you to click on different things, time spent on a page, and interaction with ads or content. And the argument that I read online was that Instagram collects this because they are really based on getting advertising. So like, as opposed to a YouTube as well, but it's different. It works a little differently. But with Instagram, they totally rely on making money on ads. So they need to understand the different people that are part of their audience so that they can like link the different advertisements to those people better. But it's crazy, some of the stuff, some of the data points that can be collected: purchase history, payment methods, shopping preferences. I don't know if all of these are on Instagram, but it's a lot. Health, it's so insane, all of the numbers of things that people can collect on you. So if you don't like that, I think you're supposed to get rid of your cookies, delete it, delete your search history, and then you become less transparent to them. So let's move on to the next point, and let's see, we have number 4. All right. What does the term surveillance capitalism refer to? What do you think that it means? Is it A, governments spying on citizens? B, companies profiting from personal data collection? Or C, selling security cameras for profit? So what do you think that surveillance capitalism? And we had this word the other day. If someone doesn't know it, you're more than welcome to ask, or you can define it if you like. My Latin language-based friends, Lorena and Alessio. That one's an easy one, I think, that we said with you. I'm not sure. So Atoko, you're going with B, companies profiting from personal data collection. Okay. Anybody else want to take a guess what they think that surveillance capitalism means? What can you tell me? I have to get rid of my nails. Sorry about that. Let's see. And okay, so we'll just go with B. So it is B. Yes, Alicia, B. Companies that profit from data collection, right? So this is surveillance capitalism. And I tried to Google to try to find out which companies profit from this type of surveillance, and it happens to be a lot. Like Amazon profits from it, Apple, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and TikTok. So many profit from this surveillance capitalism, where they take a look at all of these data points and then they can sell that information to third parties and make money. I guess that's also another source of income for them. Probably the main source, in fact. All right, moving on to, okay, I've got Peter calling me now. I hope this is not going to interfere with our lesson. Are we good? Let me just, I don't know. I'm just going to click him away. Sorry, babe. I hope we're still good. Let's move on to number 5. Okay. What is the main goal of the Chinese social credit system? Have you ever heard this? This was a big topic, probably like in 2018, 2019, when it first came out, that people were talking about how in China they have cameras and each person is identified, and you have these cameras that just sort of follow people around, and that they do a social credit system based on each individual. And is this to encourage good behavior and punish bad behavior? Is it to monitor internet usage? Or is it C, to track spending habits? What do you think that they use this social credit system for? Okay, and have you heard of this? Do you have anything like this in your country? What do you think about it? Yeah, what can you tell me? So Lorena, you're saying A, which of course that's the answer, right? To encourage good behavior and punish bad behavior. So yes, Agar, it's A. They want to make sure that people are doing the right thing. So if they have a citizen and they see, for example, that they jaywalk, let me write that word. If you cross the side of the other side of the street on a red light, that's called jaywalking. So if you do that, the camera will notice you, and or whatever it does. I don't know if it takes a picture, but your social credit score goes down because you broke a law. If you spit on the ground, your social credit, because these cameras follow all of the different people and have each person tagged. I find this really hard to imagine, but I'm sure it's coming to us at some point. Who knows? So the social credit system assigns scores based on citizens' behavior, such as paying bills on time, following traffic laws, participating in community activities. So positive actions can increase the score, negative actions can decrease the score. And yeah. And so it's really interesting, because if you have a low credit score in China, a low social credit score, it can make it difficult for you to travel. You won't be able to book flights to places. It's hard for you to get loans at banks. There are some schools that you won't be able to get into. And what else? Let me see what else. You can be publicly shamed, like your name can go on a list, like these are the people who are not behaving properly. And you might not be able to go to certain social activities, I guess concerts and things like that, or stay in nice hotels. So if you have a bad social credit score in China, it will absolutely affect your life. So people behave because they want to be able to have certain privileges. So yeah, it's scary. Let's see. So 6, what percentage of couples prefer to have separate social media accounts to maintain privacy? Is it 35%, 52%, or 60%? What would you say? Which number would you say? I would say 100%, but in Italy it's supposed to be the same. Really? So you do have cameras and they rate your social credit score? or they rate you sort of socially how you behave. That happens in Italy. I'm very surprised. Okay, so 35%, 52%, 60% of couples prefer to have separate social media accounts. I would never want to have a social media account with my partner because we just have different friends and different interests. And what I think is funny, especially when it comes to memes, he doesn't think are funny at all. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to share one. So 35%. Okay, so you think that a lot of people have joint, so they have joint social media accounts. C, 60. Okay, any other guesses? Let's see. Do you have a separate account, or do you have the same with your partner, or do you have multiple? So C and B. Okay, so the correct answer is B. Lorena, you're good today. You got it again. So 52% of couples have separate social media accounts. I'm surprised. I would think it would be like 80%, but that's just maybe me projecting what I definitely would not want. And not because I have anything to hide, but I just, if I want to say something, I don't want him to come to me like, why would you say that? That's not funny, or that's this or that's that. And I think that, yeah, I don't know. I would not want to have a joint account with my partner. No, thank you. I guess there are positive things with that, but I don't see it. All right, let's see. Let's move on to this. By age 13, what percentage of children in the US have an online presence? This is like a digital footprint. Okay, so that's what I mean by online presence. Like, how many people would you say by age 13 in the US? Is it 75% of the children, 82%, or 92% have some sort of digital footprint, meaning that there are photos, there's information, there's some way of linking that person on the planet? What can you tell me? What do you think that it is? And what do you think that it is in your country? You could also let me know. Do you have a lot of people who post pictures and videos and stuff about their family? So maybe A, okay, B. So we have 75%, we have 82%, we have 92%. Okay, so in the United States, 92% of children by the age of 13 have some sort of digital footprint. So this is mainly because families share vacation photos, first day of school photos. You see all the time in the States when, first day of school, and they have the little first grade and then the picture, second grade, for each child. So it seems, and then we also wanted to point out, we had this in our lesson the other day about parents controlling what their children watch and what they see on the internet. And it seems that only actually 59% of parents in the US use parental control apps to monitor their children's online behavior. So that's actually like what, 41% that are free to do whatever they want. So that's wild. Yeah, but I wanted to bring that up because we talked about that the other day about managing our children's social media, managing what they see online. And it's a pretty low number in the United States. It seems like the Wild West there. People can kind of do whatever they want. All right, so let's see. 45% of companies monitor employees' emails and web activity. Okay, so 45% of companies monitor emails and web activity. What percentage of employees are unaware, like they don't know that they are being monitored? Do you think it's 55%, 45%, or 35%? And we had this as well, talking about companies and whether they should be able to monitor what people do at the office. Yeah, so some people, yeah, hold on. So 45% of companies monitor their employees, but X percentage of these employees have no idea that they're being monitored. And what do you think that it is at your company? Do you think you are being monitored? Do you censor what you look at and watch and consume at work? So we have so Lorena's going with 35%, Toko 55%, and Alicia would be 45%. So yeah, oh sorry, C 35%. That was for the last answer. So yeah, it's C 35%. So 35% of these 45% have no idea that they're being monitored. So they're probably shopping online and watching my lessons. But I think you could argue with your boss that this is like free education. You're actually helping him out by being able to speak better English. Then yeah, I think this could be argued, in my opinion. If your bosses have a problem with you watching Instagram or listening to my lessons, I'll talk to your bosses. Let's see. So, okay, number 9, moving on to our second to last question today. And what percentage of businesses worldwide retain customer data for over 5 years for operational and legal reasons? So you buy something from a shop online. How long do they hold on to your info? 60%, what percentage of businesses worldwide? So 60% of the businesses do this, 50% or 40%? What would you say? What do you think is the number of businesses that keep your information after you have purchased something? What do you think? And Alessio, I don't know if you think you came in a little bit late, but I'm going to go live with Mike on Monday. I know that was a suggestion that you had for me here on YouTube. We're going to start a once a month live stream where we talk about news, and we'll do a kind of a quiz about the end of the year, which is also a topic I will do on as my main topic in 2 weeks, but we'll do a little quiz. So I thought I would let you know right away, everybody that is here. So everybody's going with a 60%, and I actually have to look, but yes, 60% of companies keep your information for 5 years. That seems, I don't know, that seems extremely long. There should be some sort of law that doesn't allow that, because why would they need that for so long? It's hard for me to imagine. Maybe there's a legal reason for it, but I don't know. All right, oops, what am I doing? All right, let's see. Let me pull up our last one here. And here we go. Okay, so in the United States, this is so crazy, okay, and fun. So in the United States, if you own a home, which of the property details are publicly available online? So you own a home in the United States, and one of these 3 things are available to the public. So one of these things is available to the public. So if someone died in the home, you can find that out. B, the property's market value and ownership and history. So how much the property is worth, who all has owned it, what it has sold for in the past. Or C, the owner's personal emails and along with their bank information. What time will it be? I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's going to be at 12. I can't remember what we said, but sometime, like, because Mike is in Korea, so it'll be probably around 12. I'm going to start, I'm working on a little story for it now. I will update as much as possible. So everybody's guessing B. So this is correct. So you can find out the address, like if you just go on Google, okay, and you find out a property, you find a house that you think looks amazing, okay, it's like your dream home. You find out the address and you go to one of these websites, like this website called Zillow. I'll put it in there because this is kind of stalkery and fun. Find an amazing house, go to Beverly Hills, like Google, whatever, find a house, and then you can put in that address and it will tell you who owns it, how much it's worth, the property value, how much it's sold for in the past. I find that crazy that you can do that. But you can. It's considered public records in the United States, and you're absolutely allowed to see that. So yeah, social media account you can't find, the owner's name you see, but not their email, of course. And with if someone died, they have to disclose that, but that's not going to be necessarily on this page. But you can look up any address that you can think of in the United States and find out very public information. Is that the same in your country? I'm curious because like years ago, I looked up like what my parents' house what it would go for. And I was shocked at all the information. It feels like that would be a very scary thing. If you have a very big home that's worth a lot, it would be scary to have that kind of information out there for, yeah, some people. But yeah, so I don't know if that's the same in your country, that you have this kind of information public. I'm actually not quite sure how it is here in Germany, if you can look up that kind of information or not. But yeah, if you end up checking out a house, let me know. I'm curious to see what you look for and what you find and how much it's worth. So, I mean, like, I guess you can look up celebrities' homes as well. I don't know. I find that too much information. I don't think that that's necessary. But yeah, no, we don't spread any info. Okay, so you don't have that as a possibility. Yeah, I feel like this is somehow a very American thing, but it's not. It was not always that way. This has only been in like the last 10 to 12 years, but still, yeah, it's public information. You can find out anything on the World Wide Web, if anybody says that anymore. No info in Italy. Okay. But I mean, check it out. If you have a house, like, go online and take a look on and find an address, try to find out what it costs, see who owns it. It's amazing the amount of information. It's shocking what you can find out. So not much privacy, I would have to say. So it's good that I have no money and I don't own anything. All right, folks, that's it. It's 34 minutes into our live stream. Thank you very much for those of you who showed up. Privacy in Europe is much stronger than in the US. That's absolutely true. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me. Little confession, I totally forgot that our lesson today was at 11:30. So I came on at 9 and nobody was here. And I had a little cry session. So it's very hard to move over to YouTube. And then I was working and I checked my stories and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to go live at 11:30. So okay, here we are. Thank you very much for everyone showing up and participating. I hope that it wasn't too much stress for you today. And I will move these live streams to Saturday starting next week. And then I will have on Tuesday, for now, I have Iwa for live streams. I don't know if that's going to continue or not. We'll have to see in the new year. I will have Wednesday, our live stream here on YouTube, and on Saturday. So you'll have a bit of a break in between. You won't have to see me every day. Thank you. Have a good weekend too, dear. I'm glad you were able to make it. And yeah, and next Monday, I will do a once a month live stream with Mike here on YouTube, and we'll cover something in the news. So thank you and have a nice day. See you next time. Thank you guys very much for showing up. Thank you. Bye.